version, the other hand, as it were, right hand, left hand, then all that you need to do is place the template that you've made against the stock or the longer length, and just use your black felt tip pen to mark up the dimensions or the shape that you want to cut for the opposite version, the mirror version. And so by that method you can create a mirror version of whichever piece you need to. That can speed up production, and it's faster than measuring with angles or a protractor. Now, one other thing we can do is, so for this piece of the model, you've got a high end and a low end, but if you wanted to find out what the dimension was of this slope, you just place the cardboard onto the model, and you can see very clearly and very quickly where you need to mark the line to get straight cuts, where you need to mark the line to get a smooth and flush cut on the slope. It's much quicker to do this by eye than it is to work out all of the dimensions properly or use protractor and a ruler. So just at times there's it's going to be easier to just place the cardboard on and mark it up, and you'll be able to see straight away where it's not straight or where you need to cut. So that is cutting, and if you squish the cardboard slightly so it loses some of its stiffness, it then becomes very easy to cut it with a pair of scissors. So that's another option you could take. Again, watch your fingers when you're cutting with the scissors. So if we move to gluing, you would benefit from getting some kind of heatproof mat that you could use. So I have a piece of slate here, but you can buy heatproof mats as well online. A heat resistant mat. If you place the glue gun on this and plug it in, it will take about 10 minutes to warm up. This one is not on at the moment, that's why I can touch it. The body of the glue gun will get hot. Do not touch it when it is on. The glue is molten at the back here as well, so be careful. You can't put your finger into the back chamber. The front should have the full plastic on it so that the metal isn't exposed. The front is very hot, and that is where the glue comes out of. When you pull the trigger, the glue will come out. The glue should not come out when you don't pull the trigger, but as you're moving it away from a workpiece, it may drip slightly. So just be aware not to move it over your arm, and keep your arm in and just move it across the table. If you stand it, it comes with a little metal stand. If you stand it upright, the glue will just drip onto the heatproof mat if there is any that comes out the end. They are normally pretty good in that they rarely drip if they're working properly. Now, if it doesn't work, it might be because the fuse has gone in the plug. If you try to remove the glue cartridge, say you finished for the day and you want to remove the glue cartridge, don't. Removing the glue cartridge is not necessary. Just leave it in the glue gun. It'll work fine when it comes to the next session. And if you try to yank it out, you could potentially end up with the glue going everywhere. So don't do that. Beyond that, it might take about 10-15 minutes to cool down, so you won't be able to just put it straight into a drawer. And if anybody like children or pets comes along, or somebody who shouldn't be touching it, and moves it around a lot and squirts the trigger, it will squirt out the glue. So just be aware of that and keep people who shouldn't have access to it away from it. If you do get the glue on your fingers, if it does drop onto your skin, it will hurt. It is not, in my opinion, it is not awful, and I have gotten away with being okay in terms of my fingers after doing it, but it does hurt. So don't do it, and just look after your skin. Do not mix the glue with your eyes at all. In fact, wearing safety specs will be a good idea. As long as you can see what you're doing, but some form of eye protection would be a good idea. So that is cutting and gluing, and those are the basic techniques that I've used. So placing and mirroring and marking up your cardboard. Have a go, see where you get to, be happy with the equipment before you use it. Check out the equipment on some scrap pieces first. The only other thing to say would be that if you use excess glue and you have a scrap piece like this standing by, you can scrape off the excess glue, which saves your fingers from having to touch it. Look before you use your equipment. Okay, stay safe. Thanks.